head coach Matt Viator of Louisiana Monroe. If you have a question for Coach Viator, please press star 1 at this time to get in the queue on your telephone's keypad. Louisiana Monroe is returning from a game at Oklahoma and will now travel to Statesboro, Georgia to take on Georgia Southern. Game will be televised on ESPN3 and will kick off from Paulson Stadium this Saturday night. Coach, before we get to any questions, can you give us your thoughts on last week's game against Oklahoma and the upcoming game, conference game against Georgia Southern?
Sure. Just kind of a little overmatched to start there with Oklahoma. I thought they played extremely well, and we had a hard time of getting off the field and had a hard time staying on the field. And we had some chances early, and I think first drive, we got it deep in their territory, and I decided to go for it on 4th and short and didn't get it. And then, of course, they went right down and scored again. And I don't know, we just got behind quick. But I was pleased with the way our kids competed, and thought we competed very well for 4 quarters. And I thought we got some really good things out of the game, and which is going to help us hopefully moving forward. Play a really, really talented Georgia Southern team, and been really impressed with their speed. And, the playmakers they have on offense and what they do is tough to defend and it's tough to prepare for. And, with the option game, and they've added some really good things in the throwing game, I think, when you look at them. And but I've also been equally impressed with their defense and what they're doing and the performance that they had last week against South Alabama. And they do a really good job of tackling and a really good job of rallying the football. So, tough tasks, no doubt. A really talented football team, and a tough place to play. Been there before as a head coach at McNeese State several times to Georgia Southern. Beautiful place and a great venue to play. So, anyway, we need to have a good week of practice, and we're excited to go.
Thank you, Coach. Appreciate that. What did you learn about your kind of offensive attack when you came out in the second half against Oklahoma and your first 2 drives went right down the field and scored touchdowns on?
Well, we were excited. We felt like we moved the ball in the first half pretty good, and we had a few drop balls and, had a few things on 3rd down that we felt like we should have converted a few times and didn't, and, and to keep drives going. And like I said, I went for it on the one. We got deep in their territory, and and we didn't get it and stuff. Probably should have kicked at that time, but it just felt like we kind of had trying to get the momentum back. So, but no, we came out in the second half and kind of converted some of those plays. So I was excited, and I said I thought we moved the ball fairly well. We felt like it would be tough to run the football against them, which it was for Houston too. They're really good up front. Big guys up front on defense, and they're kind of hard to move around and stuff. So running the ball was hard to come by, but we felt like we did some good things in the passing game.
Coach, what's the challenge of stopping Georgia Southern's offense this upcoming week when they have 2 mobile quarterbacks and a couple of running backs that have also displayed some good playmaking ability in the last couple of weeks?
Well, I always thought defending the option is tough to start with. Because you don't see it a lot, and it's hard to simulate in practice, to play assignment football and to make sure that, that you have somebody on the dive and make sure that, you have the quarterback. But I think what they do very, very well, too, is they're also very efficient, running the power run game and then plus throwing the football. So, they just give you a lot of challenges, no question. And then, but I think the hardest thing is to try to simulate with your practice squads this week exactly what they're doing. That's hard to do.
And finally, Coach, Georgia Southern is one of the 2 Sun Belt teams receiving votes in the top 25 this week. Last week, again, there were 2 other Sun Belt teams receiving votes in the coaches poll top 25. What, as a newcomer to this league and someone who's playing their first conference game this Saturday, what do you think that says about the Sun Belt Conference?
Well, I think it says a lot, and it says, especially when you look at, some of the performances of some of our teams early in the year, whether it was App State at Tennessee or South Al beating Mississippi State. This league is obviously very talented, has a lot of really good players and a lot of really good coaches and stuff. So, you know, I think the ironic thing is I'm more familiar with Georgia Southern and Appalachian State than I am with anybody else in the league. But, you know, coming from the FCS like I was and stuff, you know, I've played. And I said I've been a part of, I guess, 3 or 4 times we played Georgia Southern, and then, you know, playing Appalachian State, you know, and stuff. So I'm actually probably more familiar with those teams and those places than I am, you know, even somebody like Arkansas State or, you know, never played them, never played South Alabama, Idaho, some of these teams stuff. So, you know, I've actually, in making trip preparations and stuff like that, I mean, I've been to Georgia Southern before and stuff, so I have a little bit more knowledge of them actually, although, you know, they're one of the newer teams in the Sun Belt.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. That's all the questions we have for today. We appreciate your time and best of luck.
Thank you very much.